Hi, it's Erik and welcome to our Correspondence Corner this week. The last few weeks have been very busy. I've been speaking to lots of different Rotarian groups, chambers of commerce, spent time visiting many small businesses, learning how we can better help them in a tough economy, as well as meeting with lots of different constituent advocacy groups, particularly around the healthcare area. Those from the Multiple Sclerosis Society, ALS, as well as pulmonary fibrosis, learning how there are legislative initiatives that can definitely help these patient advocacy stakeholder groups. Now it's time to get to our questions, though, and the first actually comes in from Jennifer in Minnetonka. And Jennifer called in asking that I support the Anna Weston Act, which is legislation that would improve treatment for eating disorders. Not many folks realize it, but there are currently 30 million Americans have an eating disorder. And eating disorders can be successfully treated, but only today there are only about 1 in 10 that have an eating disorder that are actually treated. The Anna Weston Act simply would ensure that a 2008 law that guarantees mental health parity treatment for these services will also be provided for those who have an eating disorder as was originally intended. The bill is being championed by Kitty Weston, who is from Chaska, whose daughter Anna tragically passed away from an eating disorder. The next question actually comes in from Melinda in Champlin, and she emailed writing in. Congressman Paulsen, what is your position on lifting the trade embargo with Cuba? I went to Cuba in March and fell in love with the Cuban people and believe that lifting the embargo would make it easier for Cuba to become a democracy, not to mention benefiting Minnesota farmers. Thank you, Melinda. Actually, Melinda, I agree. It's important to embrace the new opportunities that trade could bring to a society like Cuba that has been closed for decades. It actually will, I think, bring more openness and actually show the Cuban people that democracy can be valued. Our values would be better fostered in that environment, not to mention the trade benefits economically, both for the United States and for the Cuban people. The good news is there's pretty bipartisan support to move in this direction. I'm looking forward to the first opportunity to visit Cuba myself sometime in October. I want to thank everyone that took the time to send in your thoughts, your questions, your ideas this week. You can always get me on Instagram now, on Twitter, on Facebook, or of course on the website at paulsen.house.gov, and have a great weekend.